ARASH here with Balance PT over in the Ryan Ranch Clinic. I want to talk to you guys about something that will most likely hit true, but the question is, how much are you willing to commit to improving this? So we're going to talk about injury and what I call thought conditioning, or attitude in essence, right? So when we get injured, we have pain. Pain, we know overall, is an uncomfortable sensation that we feel in our body. And a lot of times it's hard to put into words. If someone asks you, how's your pain today? Scale at 1 to 10, how would you describe it? Is it achy, is it sharp? And I find clinically a lot of people, they have a hard time communicating what that is. And though it is important to improve your ability to communicate that with others, it's really important how you communicate that with yourself. And that ultimately is attitude. And how we adjust attitude really is what I call thought conditioning. And this has been talked about throughout research and in psychology in the past, but in essence it's what repeated thoughts are you having in your brain, and how are you controlling them or not controlling them. And to even play that game, you have to be aware of what those are. So what I would say is, if you have a pen and a paper, keep a journal throughout your day and see what kind of thought patterns that you have. What words are you using in your head? How are you combining those words and structuring them into sentences? And how are you putting those into narratives or stories in association with your injury and the pain that you are experiencing? And see if there is a positive link, or if it's negative. Is it catastrophizing? Is it fear avoidance behavior? Oh man, I can't do that or else I'm gonna be hurting for the next 5 days. That would be fear avoidance. Or if I do X, Y, and Z, man, I'm really gonna pay for it, and I'm not gonna be able to go on the trip that I wanna go on. I'll never be able to hold my grandbaby. Catastrophizing, right? So this is really, really important. And I feel it's something we don't talk about enough, is what are our thoughts in association with our injury. And it sounds so easy when you hear it. If you can shift your words to be positive, it will have a significant impact on, one, your actual outcome. This is very well documented in research, but also two, just how you relate to the discomfort of what pain is. Because pain doesn't have to be harmful, it can be hurtful, but it can also be just a route you have to go through to get better, to victory. So what are you doing to get there? Deep down, what are you communicating to yourself? So you have to find what that is, be willing to be aware of it, and then how can you adjust that? And if you can start to implant, maybe you're writing 5 sentences, positive statements about, the things that you have done through this injury that are commendable. Your work ethic, the exercises you're putting in, coming to PT, whatever it may be. It's like, what? I'm still persevering. I'm still committed to my day-to-day. I'm still staying active. These are very positive affirmations. So being able, it could be something like, once a day, repeat 3 things to yourself, 3 sentences to yourself that will start to change literally your mind on how you relate to your injury. And it's really that simple, because then when you go throughout your day, your brain is still going. So what is it deep down in there that's going, through a cycle? Is it like, man, I'm never gonna get through this? Or is it, wow, I really got through a strong day. I did my exercise. I did all the things, I held my grandbaby. I'm gonna go on my vacation. I did all these things even despite the pain. I'm stronger than that, right? So I don't wanna put thoughts into your mind. I want you to come up with, what are these affirmations that you're gonna say to yourself, and how are you gonna structure those in your day? But first you need to be aware of what those are, so start a journal. ARASH here at Balance PT. Check us out on Balance PT Move. Have a good one.